A little known fact actually, that Burnham was the original capital of Great Britain. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am out on the bike and it feels brilliant. The sun is out, it's dry, it's a little chilly, but that's okay with me. I can cope with that. It's the first week of February, first weekend of February. I haven't been out on the bike for a month, a whole month. They say that biking helps your mental health, and it certainly does, because even my wife has been telling me how miserable and grouchy I've been over the last few weeks, and I need to get out on the bike and stuff like that. And she'll tell me to go out in all weathers, but to be fair, if I go out in the wet and I don't enjoy it, that's not really achieving anything. But no, we are out. We are heading down to Burnham on Sea. Ahead of me are two of my friends. I've got Rich at the moment leading. He's just gone into the lead of the three of us, and I've got Simon in front of me. So we're heading down to Burnham on Sea. We're just going for a coffee. This is a Sunday ride out. I expect we'll see a lot of bikes on the road because the weather is that good. But we have got a lot of catching up to do, because I haven't spoken to you properly in a motovlog for a while. So how have you been? Excellent, brilliant. Oh, that's good news, really pleased for you. Well, how have I been? Well, it's been interesting, to say the least. I have turned a milestone age-wise and passed my 50th birthday. We went to Edinburgh to celebrate that for a couple of days, just me and the family, and that was great. I went to Edinburgh Harley Davidson for a look round and to buy the obligatory t-shirt, which you have to do when you go to these places. And yeah, all good. So work has been absolutely relentless other than that little holiday. It's January. January is always such a busy month in the motor trade, but we survived it, we got through it, and that's the main thing, that's the most important thing. So what else has happened? Well, the Daytona is very much in play. I've had it running comfortably. We've had a problem with the fuel pump, which I think I've got to the bottom of. I'm waiting for a new fuel pump to arrive to complete the rebuild, because the one I've got in there now isn't the right size for the bike or for the tank sender unit. So we are just waiting for that to arrive, and I can complete that. Once that's done, I think I'm in the position where I can go and get an MOT on it, and once that's done, then we can start doing our work to it, to turn it into the Daytona proper. I'm on the hunt at the moment for a moped. My daughter wants to learn to ride. She's going to start on a little moped. I've been speaking to a couple of guys, one of which is Rev Bomb. He's sort of giving me a lot of information. I'm just trying to wait for the right one to turn up, so that she can have a bike that suits her, just for some pootling around town and get a bit of experience on two wheels. And I suspect in the future she'll want to upgrade to something a bit more substantial. I think over the last month, maybe month and a half, I've redesigned my garage several times, trying to get the most space out of it, the most control of the stuff that I've got in there, to give me the most room to do stuff in the garage. I'm still not finished, but I will get there and I will get stuff sorted. So that's January's done. It sort of seemed to go on forever, but now that it's gone, it's like, my God, it's February already. Do you know what it's like when you can't wait for the end of something, but then once it's passed, it seems to have just flown by. I've got to say, I put my light gloves on this morning, which was a huge mistake, because it is a bit chillier than I thought. But I have got my thermals on. I'm 50 now. I've got to look after myself, you know. Now, talking of my 50th birthday, well, like I say, we went to Edinburgh. Now, on the way back, we came down along the coast road, down past Berwick-on-Tweed, and I'd read about a place called Holy Island. Now, it's a place that's only accessible when the tide's out. There's a road, a proper road, a causeway out to it, but you can only get to it when the tide's out, because when the tide comes in, it's flooded, you can't get there, and you have to go by the tide times. Now, unfortunately, we didn't plan the tide times. We thought, well, this is the time we're leaving Edinburgh, we'll see what happens when we get there. We got there, and I'll put a photo up, but the tide was in, we couldn't get across, but we decided we have to go back again. It's that sort of place that would be a perfect set for a horror film, because once you're there, for sort of 12 hours a day, you can't escape. So we need to get out there. I'm not saying it is a horror film. I'm not saying there's some cult there that sort of sacrifices lambs or virgins, you know, not that I'd be worried about that. But yeah, we're going to go back. I want to go and visit it. There's a church, there's a whole community out there, hopefully a community that doesn't sacrifice lambs or virgins. But yeah, I need to see that just to experience it, but it's a long way, so it'll probably be an overnighter ride up there, ride over, come back, spend the night somewhere, and then ride home, or maybe visit some other places. So surprisingly, haven't seen many bikes out yet. Now you'd think on a sunny Sunday morning it would be rammed with motorcyclists, absolutely rammed, but no, they're all staying at home in bed, possibly watching some awesome channels on YouTube like Saddlebag 73 or New Biker or Epic Adam Motovlogs or Exeter Rider. All good quality West Country motovloggers, and New Biker is a honorary West Country resident. So yeah, get and check those channels out. Started watching All Year Motorcyclist recently, just found the channel by chance from I think it was Saddlebag 73 mentioned him, and I mean, that's great how he does loads of videos, but how he keeps the energy levels he does. I mean, I struggle to get a 10-minute video out because I sort of forget what I'm supposed to be talking about most of the time. I'm not particularly intelligent, but this guy just keeps going, he keeps going, and great channel, absolutely great channel. Thank you. Chokes in, yeah, I'll turn it off. So these guys up front, I don't know if I mentioned it, they're on their GSs, their BMW GSs, their go anywhere, do anything, world-beating GSs, whereas I'm on a Harley Davidson Sportster 883 that, to be fair, didn't even want to start this morning because it just said, no, too cold, too cold, too cold. But it did start eventually, we got going. Took about 5 miles before I could take it off choke, but that's the beauty of having an old school air-cooled motorcycle that has no technology except for the best thing in the world, which is self-cancelling indicators. Yes, this 2005 Harley Davidson Sportster, the baby Sportster, the girls Harley, whatever you want to call it, has self-cancelling indicators, which is good for me because I am an idiot. Oh, this is just amazing being out. I love that I open the throttle wide and nothing happens. Oh, I love this bike so much. Right, I'll probably switch the camera off now. Put it back on as we get into Burnham on Sea. Show you the sights and sounds and smells of Burnham on Sea and Hinkley Point nuclear power station in the distance. And I'll catch up with you in a moment. And here we are, entering the wondrous spectacle of Burnham on Sea, or Burnham-sur-le-Mer as it was originally known. A little known fact actually, that Burnham was originally the capital of Great Britain. The reason for that is that it did house and home and produce the most intelligent people in the country. But it is a pretty place, I must admit. It's got a gorgeous beach, and in the summer this place is absolutely rammed solid. Now I don't know if you can see in the distance over there, but that is Hinkley Point. I'll try and zoom in so you can see it a bit better. Hinkley Point, I think, is one of the largest nuclear power stations, or will be one of the largest nuclear power stations in Europe, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. Just take that as being a fact. Alright. I'm not sure if all three of us are going to get in there, sorry, unfortunately, maybe. I think certainly I'll get in there. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Okay, that's us done. We're in Burnham. We're going to go. Oh, I might want to put it in neutral before I actually let the clutch out. We're in Burnham. We're going to grab a coffee, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Okay? Hey? It is a bit chilly.
You're right.
Yeah, good.
You only got 3 gloves on.
Yeah.
Do you get cold on?
Fingers are a bit chilly. I'm alright actually. I've got my thermals on underneath, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I had the heated grips on, that would turn them off. That's out. Right, yes.